Gary, 5 games in, what's your assessment at the start? I know it's early days.
Yeah, exactly that. It's early days. Obviously we've had 2 good victories, 2 draws, and obviously the disappointment of a defeat. At the death against Forest Green. It's been an interesting start in a sense of the personnel and opposition that we've come against, and how people have set up in this league so far. But no, for the fact that we brought in quite a few players now and a new team and new system, and obviously 1 or 2 things happening still with the window. There's a hell of a lot to look forward to, and that's exactly what we've done this week. We've dusted ourselves down and got ready for another game against another good footballing team. Forest Green Rovers last week were a good footballing team. I thought we nullified them, and we should have took our chances. We've looked at that goal that we scored again, and again there's no way that you can say it's definitely offside. And I was always led to believe that the favour, if it was inconclusive, went towards the attackers. But you just saw last night they go and draw with Bournemouth 0-0. So the teams in this league, they're tough, and it's another one on Saturday.
What have you learned about how they're setting up against you? It's your ultimately the emphasis is on you to break them down. It seems when they come here. So.
Yeah, definitely, and that's what we've got to do. We spoke about that on Monday, and again the work during the week has been about that. But I went and watched Crewe on Tuesday night against Aston Villa, and they were good. I know people, and I saw Dean Smith's comments afterwards where he was saying that wasn't as comfortable as what the scoreline would suggest, and we know that there'll be a proper game of football there on Saturday for us.
And that defeat last week, the manner of it, and that goal that didn't stand as well. How long does that linger?
Well, to probably Monday. When we went through it again with the players. The principles of the game, we didn't really stop the cross well enough, which we didn't, and then we allowed the lad, a free header inside our 6-yard box, which is not something that we want to be doing too often. So the lads were very honest again, and took responsibility and ownership of that, and they've worked very well this week, gearing up to, like I say, Saturday.
And the 2 new faces that you brought in ahead of the weekend, were you pleased with what you saw from them?
Yeah, I think from both of them you saw the impact that they can have. Jamie, is fantastic in that final third to thread passes and unlock defences, and he's aware of what we require of him already, and I thought his contribution was good. He himself was brilliant after the game. He put his hand up and said, I should have scored my chance. Well, that will come with games, and time, and he's looked better every training session. So Monday, Tuesday through to today, he's looked better and sharper, and he'll only be a benefit for that. And same with Callum Cook. He's not had as many minutes throughout the pre-season as Jamie, so he's just played catch up a little bit this week. So we've got to make sure that we don't push him too early and have him struggling with that. But the way he's gone about his work this week, he's been one of the last off the training ground, trying to get up to match speed.
I was going to say, how much will they benefit and how much will the team benefit from having this full week into the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. It's been, last week was very obviously bitty. It was a session on the Monday and travel to Stevenage, and then you've got a recovery session on the Thursday and match prep on the Friday. So to actually have a full week has been good for us this week, and we'll finish it off tomorrow before going to Crewe.
And in terms of new faces coming in, where are we?
It was a busy day yesterday on the phone, and busy day on Tuesday, and we're still looking at 1 or 2 areas that we think if we could get 1 or 2 in, that would help us. And then obviously whilst the window's open, it's funny, I just said it to the players, whilst the window's still open, all our players are still in the market. So if I was a a player, there's a hell of a lot to play for still, because I want to be working with a group that want to be the best that they can be, and improve and kick on. And if that's with us, great. If a club were to come in for one of ours and it was a higher division, then it wouldn't have too many complaints from me, because I think that's the whole point of the game, is being as best that you can be and getting as high as you can. Would we be disappointed to lose anyone? Yeah, of course, but hopefully Monday 5 o'clock comes and we're all right.
And do you feel you're getting that positive selection headache that you were looking
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and I have to say, it's better having that. We've trained this morning, and the standard from both teams that we played in an 11v11, it's good. And we just said that again at the end, that these players have got to love the competition that we have within the building. It's good because it makes everybody better and drives everybody to be better, and that's the environment that we want. We're still working away at that, but from previous experiences at previous clubs, you've got to have a squad that's competitive, and it doesn't matter who you play in your team.
What are you expecting from Crewe?
Well, like I say, I was there Tuesday night. They have a history of playing. I think David's been there now for 2.5 years, and so he has the set way of playing and how they go about it. They've always produced good footballers throughout, like I say, the history, and it's no different this year. They have some very good footballers, and it's going to be a tough game for us again. But one way you're looking at them, knowing that you have a better idea of what to expect.
Injury-wise, how are you looking?
Who have we got? We've got Adam Henley is still out. We've got Shane McCartan's trained with us today, so that was really promising. Zelly's had a good week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, so he's moving in the right direction. And I think it's then just Jake Reeves, who's doing ever so well now, and Joe Riley, unfortunately, obviously.
Slightly away from here, the Bury situation this week. I mean, the shock really happening on Tuesday night. We always sort of felt, I suppose, that there may sort of be somebody riding in the last minute, but the shock of it happening. What are your thoughts?
Really sad, really disappointed for everybody connected with Bury Football Club. I spent quite a bit watched them about 4 or 5 times last year because they were local to me. Very good, looked after me with tickets and what have you. And it's just it's a sad reflection on the game. Well, I had a little rant last week about the game, and hopefully there's going to be some real good lessons learned that can make sure that never happens again. I read something yesterday that somebody might still come in. Is that still open, or yeah? So let's hope so, because it's not good, is it? And doesn't look good on League One, does it?
Thank you.
When you say you've got to learn to take your chances in the game, is that just a case of practicing over and over again? Yeah,
definitely. And for some match sharpness, like say Jamie, I would have banked on him scoring that, and having watched all his goals from last season and his clips, and he would have put that away. And it's just what that is. It's just match sharpness. But no, they've been good in training this week in terms of creating chances and taking the chances away. And we just got to keep working away at it.
When we talk of match sharpness, people outside of the game might go, well, what is that? How long do you think it takes a player to
Well, I think it depends on... it's different for each individual, of course, but it's like anything, do you play golf? You look like you've got the golfing attire. But, if you go out and play a game of golf and then you need to keep going at it, it's the same as anything. And, Jamie's not had that many minutes in pre-season, so he's trying to play catch-up. But, it's just routine and just getting the hammering home the basics.
Cheers.
So, obviously, big game this weekend, but Clayton Donaldson, I mean, obviously made his name
yes,
pretty much down there.
Yes, yeah. So he'll get a good reception, won't he? Wherever he's been, he's always done the same, and he's gave his all to the team that colours that he's wearing, and you know, I think he'll be fondly remembered down there for his time there. So you know, he's looking forward to it.
How do you think he's sort of settling in terms
Clayton?
of...
Well, for starters, off the pitch, he's just been magnificent in terms of how he's been with the younger players and how he's helped the younger defenders. I think I might have said it in the press conference way back where he was coaching Powdy O'Connor. You know, he was coaching him and saying, look, as a centre forward, I want to do this, so you've got to make sure you do. And that's worth huge amount for us. And so then his actual performances on the pitch, you know, I went and watched him last year and he gives his absolute all, and he did the same, you know, for us ever since he's walked into the building. I think the fans, because he's a local boy as well, have a personal attachment to him, and that's one of the reasons that I brought him back to the club as well.
And obviously talking generally about the window, as it stands, are you quite pleased with how far you've progressed in terms of... You know, I said a while back about, you know, what we'd brought in. I've been managed to bring a few more in, and hopefully, you know, before Monday might get a couple more, and then, you know, I'll be delighted with the work that we've initially done, and then, you know, it's a little bit of a relief, isn't it, when the window shuts and everyone can calm down and you know where you are for a couple of months and crack on. Does that help, because you can just focus
literally
on the pitch without having to worry about...
Well, I don't have to answer the phone as often as what I'm doing at this moment in time, but yeah, it does. I think we can't control anybody coming in for any of ours, you know. That's the nature of it. So if that window is then shut, then everybody has that certainty that, you know, for 4 months that you are where you are.
As I say, for the players, you know, while it may be an incentive that someone might come in also, it will be inevitably a distraction at times, isn't it?
Of course, I would imagine so, especially if there's all speculation. You know, I saw it first hand with a couple of players throughout the time being manager, and any manager will tell you it's a bit of a nightmare, you know, with the window still being open, you still playing your season, because it has to affect them, doesn't it? You know, you're human, and somebody all of a sudden whispers in your ear that a team from a higher league might be available, and as a result of that, your wages are going to double, or, you know, if Sky can't come in for any of you lot, look, he's already laughing. He's there, look. He's on you. It's human nature that it distracts you and unsettle you a little bit. So it's a case of managing that and getting through that, and then getting clarity once that window's closed at 5 o'clock, which I suppose is why Sky make a massive thing of it, don't you? Know, it has everybody's interest.
One last question. Jackson Longridge, not been in the sort of last couple of games.
No, Jacko's obviously come down from Scotland, and it's a slightly different type of football, but he's working ever so hard. He narrowly missed out against Stevenage and same last week, but no, he's we've identified a plan for him to keep, you know, getting him stronger and to keep working on him with a footballing point of view, and the lad's doing all right.
Any thoughts, finally, on the good news coming out of Bolton? They've got them going up on Tuesday.
Yeah, let's hope they take over and they haven't been given millions to spend before Tuesday. No, again, like, delighted that, you know, a club, again, is not far from me, and spent some time there as well because of the help of Phil Parkinson going to games. And so, you know, they're two great clubs, aren't we, with a history, and you don't want to see them going out of business at all. So, you know, hopefully that they get themselves sorted now and appoint the right manager and, you know, sign some of those players.